Okay, here we are back in Twilight Princess HD, and today we've got our second dungeon coming up with the Goron Mines. So we're just gonna go straight into it pretty much. Alright, and I don't remember this dungeon too well. I think I found this one pretty hard when I first played it. Like, I hadn't played any Zelda games before, like, really any games that were difficult at all. And I just spent a lot of time on this one, I can remember. Yeah. That's just all the way back. Alright. Let's go through here. Wow, I mean, I actually like how this all looks. It's cool. All I remember is like the going on the ceiling with the iron boots. That's what I remember well. Yeah, we need to step on this switch for sure. Alright. I think I'm gonna do that again. Another switch over here. Oh, okay. Okay, what is this? I'm not sure what these dudes are called. I'll find out at some point. Alright, we can keep going up here. And that's an enemy we saw back in Ocarina of Time in the Fire Temple, the Torch Slug. They're a lot easier here, I'll say. And they're pretty easy in Ocarina of Time anyway. Alright. Got some rupees. Okay, let's head over here. Torch slug. I think there should be a switch for that somewhere. Yeah. Also, the torch slugs hang from the ceiling here. That makes sense that they don't get affected. God, are we gonna be able to make this? Oh yeah. Alright. Yeah, the music just sounds really fast. Let's let this go. Okay, I think we're good. Can we head through here? No, we can't. I think we need to jump on that platform. Or like a giant lever. Yep, okay. Alright, I think this is gonna be like our big central room for this dungeon. Alright, let's head to the right first. Put some gold rooms. So, I don't know if Bulblins ever came back. They might have been in Scarlet Sword, I can't quite remember. Let's open this chest. We've got our first small key for the dungeon. Alright, let's head back where we came. Okay. It's like a little bit Breath of the Wild-esque. We had stasis. Alright, let's head through this door now that we've got the small key. Alright, and I think we're about to meet Dodongos, who obviously had a whole dungeon centered around them in Ocarina of Time. Okay, nothing too difficult, but... guessing we just head this way. Okay, there's another one down. Okay, it's dead. Okay. Alright. I think that's all the Dodongos in this room. Let's just pull on this chain now. Alright, I think we need to head back over. Let's go. Oh yeah, we're good. Alright, I like that puzzle, it's pretty fun. It's not much of a puzzle, I guess. Alright, yeah, so I remember these like magnetic like pathways really well. Alright, gonna have to get used to this. Alright, I think we're just good to go through. Alright, and we've got our first Goron Elder. Let's have a chat. Alright, got our first key shard. So I think we need 2 more. We will. Alright, we've got a couple of chests to grab in here. And we've got our dungeon map. We may as well have a look at the map. I do not understand what goes on with this map. I don't love the map system in this game, but... Okay, so we've got a lot to do on that second floor. Yeah, we've got both those chests, right? We can just climb out of it. here's our friend Uku again. Alright, good to have her again. How come I can't use my sword? Not sure. Something about this room, I guess. Okay. Gonna have to do some fighting on the wall. There we go. Alright, we can just keep going through this room. Should send us up to the roof. Alright, I want to go over this way. Gonna have to light some of these torchlights off the time. Can we roll? No, we can't. Actually, I want to be, yeah, I want to go to that treasure chest. Right, and this should be our 7th piece of heart. There we go, we need 3 more. Get our 2nd container. Alright, now we're gonna head all the way back along the ceiling. Okay, now we're back in the big central room. Gonna head back to the center. Oh, we went through the wrong door, didn't we? We did. Alright. That's alright, I'm gonna have to go all the way across that roof again. I was confused on, like, how it works. Oh, it's actually kind of lucky pulling the lava. So where am I trying to get to? I'm trying to get... there. Oh, okay, yeah. Alright, minor setback, but we've actually made it to where we were supposed to go. Very good. And now we have some Bulblin to fight, now we're in here. That'll be easy enough, we don't need all the dramatic looks. Always forget to take my sword out. Let's get all our goodies. Stand on this. Alright. So we're gonna get carried up to over there with this crane. That's where we're trying to go. Alright. Set up here. Got a couple more Bulblins to fight. That's a piece. The fire keys. Alright. Then on this, activate the next crane. And we just want that one to take us over there, of course. Alright. Do we have anything we can get? Just some rupees really we want. Alright, let's head to this door. Alright, now we need to jump down in the water over to that chest. Alright, our second small key. Alright, now we need to go push that block down there. And there's a switch up there that we just saw. That we got to. Alright. Let's head up. And this should allow us to get into the ceiling somehow, I think. Alright, there we go. Just head down here, we've got another switch. Okay. Alright. Let's get this right. There we go. Got a little chest for us to wait in. I think this should just be rupees. Yep. And then let's hit the switch. Let's head in there. Okay, got some goblins waiting for us. Oh god. Are these Beamos? That's what they look like in this game. Okay, what happens if I hit this? Let's open that gate again, okay. Alright, we can just head up the magnetic wall. And we do have a treasure chest over here for us, which should have our 8th piece of heart. There we go, only 2 more for our next container. Right, can we get back on the wall? Maybe not. Alright. Head over here then. Alright. Let's drop this bridge down. And we've got a small key now, so we can open that door down there. Oh god, forgot about the Beamos. They're almost scary in this game. Honestly, they're kind of creepy in Ocarina of Time, like if you think about them. Alright, gotta be careful of these guys. This is a cool area. Yeah, I really love all the like designs of all the different places in this game. They all feel like really unique and interesting. another small key. We can run back to that door over there. Is it through? Okay. Incredible. Okay. I think we just need to wait. Oof, okay. Well, that side would have been easier, but that works anyway. And we've got our second elder. Alright, let's have a chat with him. Alright. Second key shard. Okay. Just have a look around here. Also, like, we just can't use our swords in these rooms, like the elder rooms. It's weird. Alright. Just yellow rupee. I think that's everything there is in this room, apart from those jars, but we'll be fine. We can just head out. I wonder if these stones are supposed to be like a little nod to the spiritual stones. Ocarina of Time. We'll see. If the last one's blue, then probably. Alright, we can just head out of there. Okay. Got a chest waiting for us down there next to that door. So let's head over there. If we can drop now. Looking at the minimap probably now. Alright, I think this is just another rupee chest. We haven't gotten any stamps in this dungeon yet. Can't remember if there is stamps. We'll see. We'll get them if there are some. Alright, and here we've got the mini-boss. And I remember this mini-boss well. This is like the boss fights of this dungeon are what I remember the most. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Thought I had them equipped. Okay, we'll be ready this time. Wait, alright. Yeah, I think this is a really cool idea for a boss. Whoa. Whoa, okay. Guess we should put our iron boots on then. Just when we get near to one. Alright, any hearts? Yeah, okay. Close. I'm pressing A, I mean, okay. Close enough. Yeah, okay. Close enough. Okay. I actually do want to get him closer to the edge. Alright, there we go. Another hit. Damn, okay. It's frustrating. We're not gonna hit this. Okay, I think I'm just too close, but it's tough to time. Oh, fuck that, okay. Fuck, okay. I feel like we probably only need one more hit. Alright. Let's go. Oh, okay. Gotta get away from him faster. So we're gonna lose the iron boots, I think. Yep, okay, that was it. We're just waiting around too close to him. Okay, surely that's it. I'm up. There's one more, that's fine. Yeah. One more. See, it's just when he gets to the edge. It's tough. Yeah, that is difficult. Oh. Okay, we should only need one more time. I feel like it's coming. Alright, finally. But that was definitely the most trouble I've had with the Zelda boss in a while. But, honestly, I do kind of really like that boss fight. I think it's cool, and I like that it's difficult. Even, I mean, I can't tell if it's supposed to be difficult, I just couldn't figure out the buttons, but... Alright. Let's grab that item he had for us. Alright. This is our dungeon item. Finally. I feel like I'm doing this dungeon for a while. And it's the fairy bow, hero's bow. Okay, we can replace the slingshot with that. See if we can get some heals from these. There we go. Now we can just keep going forward. Grab that. I love that I called it out instead of it. Okay, those old beamos. Okay. I'm gonna try to hit all these guys in the eye. Ooh, okay. Wow, okay. Last one. Oh, I'm so used to the Ocarina of Time, like inverted aiming, but then if I change that, it changes the entire camera. Really irritating. Oh, this guy's not done. Or did I just couldn't see him? Alright. Should have some heals in here. And there should be a chest behind one of them. No heals, but a rupee. I think it's this one. That's a door. There's the chest. And this should be our compass. Alright, there's our compass. Now we can head just to the opposite one. And here's our third elder, so we should get that third shard now. Look at our boss key. Alright. Let's break some of the jars in here. Surely there's some hearts in some of them. Oh well. Anyway, let's open his chest. I think it's just a purple rupee in here. Alright, now we can head back to that Beamos room. And we're just taking that last door on the south end. Alright, let's head to this door. Alright, tons of enemies in here. Keys. Alright, sweet. Okay, now we're getting some hearts. Oh, some torch slugs. Another keys. And here we've got some Dodongos again. We'll be careful. It's close. Ah. There's one of them. And there's two. Oh, why did I try that? Even try that time? Is that gonna respawn the enemies? No. Okay. Tons of fire slugs. Okay, I think that's all of them. Oh no, we lost all those arrows. I was really relying on us getting those. I'm sure there'll be more. Okay, another switch here, it's been a while. Yeah, we're gonna go. Oh no, okay, wrong button. That was lucky. Whoa, jeez. Alright, steps don't go going. There's still switching there. Fortunately, my bow is not working. Well, that might have arrows. Can't use the slingshot. How am I going to do this then? Anyway, we can get arrows now. Let's just try those crates. Maybe we'll get lucky. Oh, we do, thank God. I don't think we're making that jump back. Alright, now let's go hit that switch. Alright, let's drop down there. And this should take us back into our... yeah, into this big room, this main room. Where are we going here? Chest over here. Might as well grab that. Some more rupees. Alright. Now we should be able to cut the strings on this. Step on this switch. Alright. Let's head through this door. Alright, we can ignore these enemies. Just want to hit this switch. Gotta get it quickly. There we go. Boblins, may as well hit these guys. Alright. Should we get these beavers? Might as well. Now we can just keep going through. Okay, and we're back in here. So we're gonna take out those archers now. We have the bow. So we can. Start with this guy. Also, like, yeah, this, like, archery like this was really cool when I first played this, and still is. Like, I still think all these systems hold up really well. Let's see. I think that's all of them. Gotta get rid of this BMOS now. There we go. We can pull them out of the way. Let's keep going through here. And look at some more archers. Oh, that's going well. God, I wish I could just invert the aiming. Hit that hard. Where are we going from here? Over here. Let's activate this switch. Alright, let's use the crane. Oh god. Is that a mistake? I think it was. Let's see. I guess we shoot that down first. Let's see. Can we get over to that? Oh, I bet you shoot him over here. Well, if we were quick up, we just drop down. Alright, let's head to this next door. Okay, actually, you know what? I think we missed some treasure chests in here. Yeah, we did miss some. Okay, well let's grab those quickly. Got one in the water. Alright, this should be a stamp, this one. Okay. And I think the other one that we can see, actually, we can't get until later in the game. So we're good to head on out of here. Again. Make it. What? Oh, it needs to be lowered. I think we can actually get a ferry. Very nearby in those jars. So I will actually get that. because we used R1 earlier. There we go. Now we'll be all ready for the boss fight coming up. Let's head back to that door. Okay, should have quite a few boblins in this next room. I need to get rid of. There must be more archers. Maybe not. Oh yeah, straight in front. Do you reckon they can hit the other boblins? Ah, that was close. I'm way too used to the Ocarina of Time. It's like inverted aiming. Take me a while to get used to. Alright, guessing there's some ropes we need to cut. There we go. And we've got a bunch more boblins. Chop through all these guys. Sweet. Let's get all our goodies. And I think we're ready for the boss pretty much. Let's go ahead in. Alright. This is a pretty cool battle. Let's try to... I like battles when they have like this one uses multiple items. Alright, let's head over there. Alright. I wonder how many hits we're gonna need to do. Maybe, well, how many times we're gonna have to knock him down? Probably 3, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, okay. Wow, okay. Let's do it eventually. Now I'm guessing this is going to be the last blow. Yeah, okay.
Phèo bia Y thị Mai ui học lưu lại bia Nhi Mi học lưu lại đột nhi Y đột học lưu thai Y đừng giả trình đột phèo đọc yên bia Chưa bầu nhi You was bia What if one come in? Fail it was.
Alright, let's just grab our hot container. And have a chat with this guy. What's his name? Should have forgot his name. They've been saying it a lot though. Anyway, let's head back through.
Mine ain't one.
Go back to Kakariko, see what's going on, and then we'll end off. Alright, now that we've finished our second dungeon, we don't really have anything left to do today. And I was going to say, what I do like about Twilight Princess, and makes it, I would still say it's probably my favorite Zelda game, with Breath of the Wild, is that it really gets into the good dungeons straight away. Like, because with Ocarina of Time, you got those first two aren't particularly interesting. I like Jabu Jabu's Belly. I think it's a bit underrated, but it's still nothing crazy complicated. But yeah, these two dungeons we've done so far have been quite good. Anyway, yeah, that's now that we've prepared relations with the Gorons, we're gonna leave things here. Next time we'll go have a look around Kakariko and keep going forward. So that's gonna be it.